African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command in combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 16th of May, 2025. From May 10th to 16th, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out 6 group strikes with high-precision weapons and attacked unmanned aerial vehicles, which resulted in the destruction of an enterprise of the Ukrainian military-industrial complex that produces components for the Neptune anti-ship missiles and unmanned boats, infrastructure facilities of military airfields, workshops for the assembly and repair of weapons and military equipment, storage sites, and preparation sites for the use of attack unmanned aerial vehicles and unmanned boats, ammunition depots, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries. Units of the North Group of Forces defeated concentrations of manpower and equipment of a tank, 5 mechanized, 2 airborne assault brigades, 4 assault regiments of the armed forces of Ukraine, and 4 territorial defense brigades in the Sumy and Kharkiv regions. The enemy lost over 1,330 militants, 5 tanks, 20 armored combat vehicles, and 81 vehicles. A U.S.-made Mars multiple launch rocket system launcher, 36 field artillery guns, 2 radar stations, 9 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations, and 7 ammunition, fuel, and supply depots were destroyed. As a result of active actions by units of the West Military Group, the settlement of Torskoy in the Donetsk People's Republic was liberated. Defeat was inflicted on formations of 5 mechanized, an airmobile, 2 assault, a mountain assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 4 territorial defense brigades, a National Guard brigade and the Stugna Special Forces unit. The enemy's losses amounted to over 1,490 servicemen, 3 tanks, 12 combat armored vehicles, and 64 cars. 2 multiple launch rocket system launchers, 18 field artillery guns, including 5 Western-made ones, 4 electronic warfare stations, and 13 ammunition depots were destroyed. The units of the Southern Group of Troops occupied more advantageous lines and positions. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 6 mechanized, assault, mountain assault, airmobile brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the Territorial Defense Brigade. That the Ukrainian Armed Forces lost more than 1,400 servicemen, a tank, 23 armored combat vehicles, 50 cars, 23 field artillery guns, 11 electronic warfare stations, as well as 12 ammunition and material depots. The decisive actions of the units of the Center Group of Forces liberated the settlements of Kotlyarovka, Marilyabovka, Mykolovka, and Novo-Alexandrivka of the Donetsk People's Republic. 8 mechanized, 2 Jaeger, 2 assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 2 Marine brigades, and 4 National Guard brigades were defeated. Over the past week, in this area, the losses of Ukrainian armed forces amounted to over 3,040 servicemen, 26 combat armored vehicles, 66 cars, and 14 field artillery pieces. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defenses and liberated the settlement of Volnoy-Pol in the Donetsk People's Republic. They inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of 3 mechanized Rangers, airmobile, airborne assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine brigade, 2 territorial defense brigades, and a National Guard brigade. That the enemy lost more than 1,130 servicemen, 15 armored combat vehicles, 41 cars, 22 artillery pieces, and 5 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of 3 mechanized, infantry, mountain assault brigades, 3 coastal defense brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine brigade and 3 territorial defense brigades. Up to 380 servicemen, 39 vehicles, 8 field artillery guns, 7 electronic warfare stations, 5 ammunition and property depots were destroyed. Over the course of a week, air defense systems shot down 35 JDAM-guided aerial bombs and 5 U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, as well as 930 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 662 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 57,436 unmanned aerial vehicles, 605 anti-aircraft missile systems, 23,354 tanks, and other armored combat vehicles, 1,563 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 24,950 field artillery pieces and mortars, 35,545 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.